everyone, and welcome to the Auto Club Speedway as the Full Throttle boys are getting ready to take it down as we're in the final four for the championship, as we've got four drivers left out here that really have to get it situated and get it settled in, because we have two, like we said, two more races to go, as it's going to be the Sunset Boulevard 120 here, brought to you by NC811 Dig here at the Auto Club Speedway and the beautiful next gen cars. Temperature outside is going to be 77 degrees with 56% humidity, partly cloudy with a 2-mile-an-hour wind. Track length is 2 miles long, so going to be a very wide track here to race on tonight. That's what I love about Auto Club Speedway. Track temperature currently right now 80 degrees Fahrenheit, but we're going to go ahead and jump on board here with a couple of your drivers so that way we can see who is out on the track. It looks like Bradley Wilson right now currently sitting out in the lead, in the pole lead, as I say that, Case Combat going to jump him and set a 41.48. So right now we've got a second driver moved up into that qualifying position. But Josh, what are you looking forward here tonight at Auto Club? We know this is going to be really, really hectic when it comes to the championship points, as we've only got four drivers that are going to be battling for it now.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see a lot of drivers that maybe that haven't looked solid all season or had the best of runs to have a good run here tonight. Auto Club, usually brings that. You get to see a lot of multi-groove racing and just in general a lot of good racing. And I think tonight Auto Club is not going to it's not going to, what sort of looking for? Man, I just brain farted. Disappoint. Thank you. You're not going to be displeased after tonight. We've got some really good race cars out there, and it's going to be a really good race. Great racetrack. Expecting to see a lot of 2 wide, 3 wide here on the initial start, first couple laps, and just some good hard racing. I mean, that's what this package develops, and this track helps that package. And we're expecting to see some close knit battling, possibly some contact here early on.
As it looks like he set himself into that 7th position.
That was his second lap.
That was his second lap.
Yeah.
As I see Bradley Wilson saying, I hope they can fix the car in time. I hit the wall a little too hard.
Yeah, and we see Bradley had a little bit of struggle there. We'll definitely see some drivers struggle here tonight. I mean, Auto Club is one of those tracks. It's you definitely are like, oh yeah, I can definitely get through this corner full throttle right here, and the next thing you know, you're up into the walls. So you're going to see some beats, you're going to see some banging. Good thing about these composite bodies on these next generation cars is they're going to be able to take it just a little bit more. Draft is big here at Auto Club. 2 mile oval. Yeah, it's one of those, not necessarily one of those, a lot of people consider this a cookie cutter track. I don't think it is. I've always loved Auto Club. Stinks that we're getting it reconfigured. Kind of cool that we're getting it reconfigured into a Bristol-esque kind of track, very high bank, short track. So it's going to be fun to see it in that configuration. But, while it lasts here on this, iRacing platform, it's going to be fun to see these drivers go up here and battle it out, as it looks like our qualifying is over. We're about to take to the grid, Chris.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Stan Mayberry qualified, so he's going to be starting at the back of the field.
Yeah, 120 laps here of Auto Club as our field is going to start getting gridded up if you want to go ahead and hop on board with some of these full throttle race cars, Chris. As you see that number 9 of Colin Forrester, that smiley face in the helmet, smiley face probably inside the helmet as well, or on the helmet and inside the helmet, as he is going to be on the pole here tonight. That Napa number 9 Chevy Camaro going to sit on that pole position, as it's going to be the 20 of Nick Cannon in that Funimation sitting on the outside pole P2 here tonight. It's going to be all row, or almost all front Sparkle Unicorn front row, as sitting here in third place, it's going to be Jonathan Coombs, and then the Rev Ed DeBoer 82 machine going to be sitting in that 4th spot. Lining up in 5th tonight, going to be Jimmy Green with Austin Rhodes lining up in 6th. Logan Rhodes going to be in that 7th position with David Salter lining up in 8th. Then we're going to see Josh Carver in that 9th spot with Ryan Sword starting in 10th here tonight. Casey Collenbach going to be 11th with Bradley Wilson in 12th. Matthew Fitz 13th. Robbie Bites going to be starting 14th with Patrick Ginter 15th. Adam McKinney 13th. Or I don't know why I said 13th. 16th in that 13th machine. And then rounding out your field here in 17th, going to be that 99 of Stan Mayberry as we get ready to go racing here in just one moment.
As it looks like everybody has got set on the grid, so we see the cars starting to move now. Like we were saying, this is the second to last race. So next Sunday at Richmond is going to be the last race for the Full Throttle Series altogether. It's going to be an unfortunate end to the series, but hey, we have been here pretty much all season, Josh. Well, we've been here all season. We were pretty much there all season last season. This has definitely been one hell of an awesome show from these Full Throttle boys. I can't wait to get this finished out, but I hate to see it go.
Yeah, man, it's one of those things you want to see the championship keep going. You want to watch the racing, but at the same time, once the racing's over, man, we're over for a while, and you hate that. But we know, personal things going on in Robbie's life that he's got to take care of. We respect that, and we respect all the guys here, and just glad that we've been able to do this, be a part of this, and we're very excited for these last 2 races. We know there's going to be some fireworks possibly here tonight, and some great racing.
Yeah, definitely a lot of fireworks in the Discord going on these past couple of weeks, so we know out here on the track it's going to be just the same. Colin Forrester, Nick Cannon getting ready to take this to the green. You see that pace car getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn, which he will. The Sunset Boulevard 120 by NC811 Dig is about to go green, and there it goes. Green.
Green. Sorry, Chris.
No, we are green here at the Auto Club Speedway. You see right now 3 wide racing pretty much on the front straight. Take that back. The 2. Jonathan Coombs is going to go ahead and dive it back down into that inside lane. Ed DeBoer going to fall back behind him. But you see, whoa, go riding up to that middle lane. You see the 12 of Austin Rhodes riding to that top lane. Right behind Ed DeBoer is his teammate of Jimmy Green coming back down the back straightaway. Looks like everybody's just kind of settling in, trying to get everything situated right now. We've got a long race in front of us, but this is going to be one of the awesome races that we see. Auto Club Speedway is definitely a lot of fun. There's a lot of wide racing going on. You can pretty much just lay it out however you want. It's going to be a lot of fun to see these boys already trying to take it 3 wide.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was saying in pre-race, Chris. You're going to see it. These drivers are definitely going to take to it. We're already seeing some 2 wide right now as you see that 3 machine. Josh Carver on the inside there as he's rolling in that 10th position. Looks like a couple drivers moved back a couple spots, but on the move right now, Austin Rhodes, David Salter, and Ryan Sword all up 3, 3, and 4 positions. So great job by those 3 drivers. They're moving through the field. As if they say one thing here at Auto Club, you got a car passing traffic, we got a car loose in the corner.
Like
that was the 88 of Salter. He's going to gather it back up. Just a little bit of an early slide there as it looks like the caution's already out, Chris.
Yeah. Looks like Matthew Fitz.
Oh, man, the Sparkle Unicorn of Matthew Fitz going to be around here, that Hardy's machine, as that was starting to confuse me. I didn't know we were rewinding it. Looks like he got big into entry on 3. Might have just bend it. We'll watch here and see what happened.
Yeah, it looks like he just pretty much had like a David Salter moment where it looks like, is it going to hit? Doesn't look like it put too much rear damage on that car, but that's going to really hurt at a track like this.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's going to hurt. But, he's got the caution period now, Chris. He's going to be able to get a little bit of damage repair that he should get a decent amount, but I think there's still going to be some aerodynamic problems on that car throughout the night. But it is Matthew Fitz,
he knows
doing what he's I was going to say, it is Matthew Fitz doing what he does best, getting some damage early and usually finds his way back up to the front. But unfortunate for Matthew, man. It just, that seems to happen here at Auto Club. Coming to the first corner, or the 3rd corner here, and you're just hauling it down the backstretch. You get into corner entry just a little too early, and you see what happens. It can just send you The two of Matthew Fitz is going to be able to recover here and hopefully get back on course or back on pace with this race.
See a couple of drivers already going ahead and opting to come down pit lane. David Salter, Bradley Wilson, Robbie Bice, Stan Mayberry, and then you see Matthew Fitz leading that tail, or ending the tail end of that train down pit lane. So a couple of drivers going ahead, just opting to maybe come down, do a couple of adjustments on that car. Maybe David Salter, we know he saw him get a little loose. So maybe have a little bit of a issue in that car. See if we go ahead and get it fixed up. But go ahead and go to that Facebook, YouTube chat while we're under caution. I see Bradley Wilson, as we said. He said he hopes they get that car fixed in time. He is the only person on YouTube. So Bradley, good to have you over on YouTube. And then I see Josh Carver as the race is starting to get ready. Just 2 races left. It's going to be a good one. Go number 3. Yep, Josh Carver. Good to have you on the Facebook and racing. Kim Ware saying good luck, Logan Rhodes. Good to have you, Kim. Michael Zuber saying good luck, boys. Brenda Thomas saying be safe, Logan. You can do this. Good to have you, Brenda. And then Jay Tucker saying go, Logan. Josh sounds better. Yes, he does. We are starting to feel a little better. I am on that upswing. I've got a really bad sinus infection right now, so my nose is kind of stopped up on the left side. But other than that, we've been feeling a lot better. So do appreciate that, Jay Tucker.
Oh yeah, we have gotten a lot better. We do also appreciate those kind words, man. And you know, as we're getting a little bit under this caution period, I'm expecting to see some drivers here in this next little section, maybe turn up some intensity. Lap 4, but you know how it is, Chris. These full throttle guys, they like to get down, and when they get bunched back up, that's just another opportunity for them to get back out there and digging. So be ready to see, you know, maybe some guys that got a little bit of the short end of the stick there on that initial start try to recover some positions here. We could see some not over aggressive driving, but some just aggressive passes to try to make up some position. Track position very key here at a track like Auto Club.
Yeah, a lot of drivers falling back to the back of the pack. Like we said, we saw a couple of drivers come down pit lane. So now all the Full Throttle Motorsports boys are going to be set up together back in the back. Patrick Enter, Robbie Bice, David Salter, and Stan Mayberry pretty much all back here together. And you see Bradley Wilson, who is pretty much right in between that little bit of a sandwich, and then Matthew Fitz, who's currently getting himself back out on the track. He's got a little bit of that damage fixed, so we'll see if it comes into effect. You know, that back end of the car is not going to want to turn now, probably worse than it was. But see if that Matthew Fitz machine can get it settled back in. And like you said, Josh, once he has that little bit of damage, he seems to work himself back out.
Yeah, we'll see all these guys get worked back out here. Lap 5 of 120. We still got a long way to go. So this is going to be one of those you know, restarts right here that we're going to see everybody just try to manage, try to get back. Like I said, you might see some drivers try to make some passes here. Jonathan Coombs, he started in 3rd, sitting in 5th right now, so he's going to try to get his way back to the field. You got Jimmy Green, who fell off a couple spots. David Salter, excuse me about that, had my phone unmuted. He's sitting a couple positions back from where he started as well, so it's going to be, you know, fun. You're going to see drivers who got
Pace car is off. We're going to see the 9 of Colin Forrester get off to a good jump. It looks like, whoa, a little bit of a jump back there from Jonathan Coombs. He's going to pass on the outside around Logan Rhodes. And have to see if they say anything about that. I do want to say you can pass on the outside, but going 3 wide on that outside lane is Jonathan Coombs, riding all the way up to the top. You see everybody else, though, riding down to the bottom of the track. So let's see if Jonathan Coombs can get it settled back up. We've got a Team Sparkle Unicorn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right now. So a lot of Sparkle Unicorn boys up here in the front. Matthew Fitz, the only one back there in the back by himself, and then back behind them is Ed DeBoer, Logan Rhodes, Jimmy Green, and Josh Carver, the Rev Motorsports boys, all stacked up behind him. And then Case Collenbach just kind of sitting there by himself in that 84. So we're going to have to see him start moving up around. Looks like he's getting a run there. Whoa, Jimmy Green cutting off the nose of his teammate. Probably knew he was clear, but you see riding that high line is the 84, Case Collenbach. Going down the backstretch, we see everybody just kind of getting it settled out. Like we were saying, this is going to be a long race, so not a lot of drivers are going to be really pushing themselves or trying to make a move right here. We can't win the race at lap 7. So you see right now, though, Nick Cannon making a move on the inside of his teammate of Colin Forrester on that inside should be able to lead that lap. I want to say Nick Cannon did lead lap 7. But right now, it looks like Bradley Wilson setting the fastest time of the session, 41.22. So a good lap under race trim.
Yeah, very good lap on a race trim. It shows that he's starting to move his way through the field now. He's moved up into 12th. As you see that now, Colin Forrester now going to peek to the inside. He's going to go now to the inside of Nick Cannon, is down into turn 3 and 4. It looks like he will grab the lead. And here comes that 82 of Ed DeBoer as well. It looks like he's going to get on by.
Yeah, Ed DeBoer showing a lot of speed these last couple of weeks. You know, getting a couple of wins here, showing that he's not, you know, not too light for this championship. So we'll see if Ed DeBoer can have something to say. But Colin Forrester doing a good job holding on to the lead. He does have a lot of his Sparkle Unicorn teammates to kind of play a defense for him. But right now, Ed DeBoer driving right past Nick Cannon. Now tucking up to the right side of the 9, but he's going to have to tuck back in behind him. Whoa,
man, that's not Matthew Gavin. Jonathan Coombs around.
Jonathan Coombs around. Oh, big hit onto the inside wall. We'll see if this brings out a caution. Looks like might have went off the front of the nose. It looks like he is blown. So Jonathan Coombs, just unfortunate. I'll have to go back and see since we don't have a marker, see what happened here. It looks like the 84 Case Collenbach might have gotten into. Oh, you see a little bit of looseness there from Jonathan Coombs. You actually saw a little bit of a wobble there, right there. And he just got on that back bumper. Yeah, Jonathan Coombs might have slowed up just a little bit. And that let Case Collenbach just bump him down the back stretch. Unfortunate there for Jonathan Coombs. He's always having something go on in that
94, car. 94.
Oh! 13 Adam McKinney getting into him. Looks like Ryan Sword having an issue. Case Collenbach getting involved in it. We'll go back, see what happened here between these boys. As you see right now, the 94 is all over the bottom of the track. Might have had something happen, just like his teammate. Yep, that's pretty much what looked like happened. The 94 just got loose on corner entry. Yep. Case Collenbach trying to avoid it, but gets down there into him. Josh Carver, look at this. Just a little bit of a bump.
He's going to take hit from the 13 as well.
Looks like Adam McKinney got into the back bumper. Looks like everybody else is going to get around. We'll go back and watch it from Adam McKinney's point of view. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, it looks like he just got caught up in the mess there. And it looks like the 84 saw... who was that? Is that the 88 of David Salter? Looked like he might have started getting loose a little bit. He went to dodge him, and that's what got him down on the apron. Big shot to the 13. So lap 10, and we've already seen a lot of wrecks here, Chris. These guys are having some issues. It looks like we got a bunch of guys down pit road.
Yeah, Josh Carver, Adam McKinney, Patrick Inner, Stan Mayberry, Robbie Bice, Matthew Fitz, Case Collenbach, Ryan Sword, and Jonathan Coombs all down pit lane. So I want to say Jonathan Coombs might have a blown motor, so his race might be done here tonight. All right, and while we're under caution here at lap 12, go ahead and go to a NC811 Dig side by side, and we'll take a word from our sponsors for just 1 second. We'll be right back with the action.
If recent storms have caused damage to your property, contact 811 before you begin your cleanup. Buried utilities around uprooted trees can make a bad situation worse if those lines are not located before digging. Electric, natural gas, and internet lines are everywhere, and knowing where they are is the safest way to start any digging project. Call North Carolina 811 by dialing 811 or by using single address ticket on nc811.org or the NC811 app.
When do you plan on putting in that new fence we've been talking about since last summer?
I guess I could start tomorrow.
Protect the ones you love and protect your buried utilities by contacting 811 before you dig, either by phone, the web, or the NC811 app. Know what's below before you dig. Visit nc811.org to learn more.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
And we welcome you back from that NC811 Dig side by side as everybody's getting it 2x2'd up now. Looks like Ryan Sword and Jonathan Coombs both down pit lane, so maybe it for that those two Team Sparkle Unicorn drivers. We'll see if Ryan Sword can get back out on the track. Looks like he is taking a pretty good damage repair. So we'll see though. Down pit lane right now for 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes for Jonathan Coombs. Right now, these drivers going to get ready to go green as we see the 82 of Ed DeBoer on that outside lane. Colin Forrester on the inside. Ed DeBoer moving his way up through the field to see if he has the tires to hang on to these leaders, as he had to work his way up there a whole bunch. But the 9 off to a good jump. Green, green, green. See the 20 of Nick Cannon pushing that 9, his teammate, trying to get him up in front of Ed DeBoer, which he does. And then Austin Rhodes pushing that 82 of Ed DeBoer. So right now, Logan Rhodes trying to get called up. You see on the inside of him, David Salter in that 88 moving his way up 3 positions. Going to try to get around Logan Rhodes here, but also moving up through the field is that 51 of Bradley Wilson, who's going to go ahead and move up in front of Jimmy Green. Looks like everybody just kind of trying to single file it out right now. Like we said, can't win the race here in the first couple of laps, so everybody just going to have to kind of settle down. But most of it has just been that, getting into the corner and getting loose. That's, that is something that has been happening. As it looks like
we're going to see him driving it into the top lane here. I was going to say that 82 is on that inside lane, but it looks like the 9 going to drive it across the nose. So he will still maintain that lead in the Napa Auto Parts number 9. Down the back straightaway, you see the 82 trying to open up some type of... Whoa, they're wrecking.
Yeah, it looks like the 84 Casey Collenbach just thought that he was clear when he was going around that 28. He wasn't. Got into the 28, and you see right there, just sending him around, and 2-car wreck there on the backstretch. Going to bring out the 3rd caution. With 16 laps down already, 3 cautions in, pretty much just like we said. It's everybody trying to get it situated, everybody trying to get their bearings. This is a fast track, which I want to say, did they not update the driver physics for the next gen cars, Josh?
Sorry, I thought I was muted. I wasn't. Yes, they did. They did update new horsepower package and everything. I want to say they didn't change the way the aerodynamic looks of like the actual look of the car. Like they didn't change it to reflect the real life look, but it does have updated horsepower and everything. So
okay, so yeah, so probably just everybody also trying to get this car figured out. So we see right now, Case Collenbach, Robbie Bice coming down pit lane. Looks like Robbie Bice got a lot of damage on that car. Case Collenbach also got a lot of damage on that car. They're going to get down pit lane. It looks like Jonathan Coombs has went ahead, called the day. So Jonathan Coombs out of the race. See Ryan Sword still sitting down pit lane, 6 minutes, 52 seconds. Should see if he can get back out. Robbie Bice and Case Combat, like we said, still down pit lane though. So we'll see if they can get back out. I do know Robbie Bice might be able to get back, but that damage is going to be very extensive on that car. He's going to be off the pace a whole bunch. Bradley Wilson right now moving through the field 6 positions. Patrick Ginter moving through the field 6 positions. And then Stan Mayberry, who's just kind of trying to cruise here tonight. He knows that a lot of these drivers in front of him are going to be having a lot of mistakes. And as we've seen already, 3 cautions here tonight. So if that 99 can just keep his nose clean, he could make up a couple of positions as he has just off of the accidents alone, which looks like Case Collenbach and Robbie Bice both out of pit lane right now. You see that 84 missing that front bumper. And then see if that 28 did get that rear deck lid put back on there. Does look like it is. So his minions running across the track, grabbing that rear deck lid, throwing it back on that track, duct taping it on. Robbie Bice back out on the track. Good to see.
Indeed, good to see, as it looks like the pace lights are off here at lap number 18. And we'll be going back to green flag racing here in just a moment. Hopefully stay that way. And you know, these boys coming in here probably just, like we were saying, wanting to make positions. We know we got a lot of tension between some of the drivers, and hey, they're just out there racing. They know it's the last two.
Yeah, but the championship is on the line, so those 4 drivers really gonna have to keep calm and not make any mental mistakes, as we've seen a couple of mental mistakes there from that 94 of Ryan Sword and that 2 of Matthew Fitz, who is still in this race. He's currently sitting in that 11th position. So Matthew Fitz, even with that self-spin and that damage on that rear deck lid, he is still in this race. We'll see if he has the pace to keep up. Like we were saying, Stan Mayberry, though, is just kind of cruising back here in the back, not really wanting to push the issue too much right here. So we'll see if he gets on that loud pedal here before too long.
Yeah, we'll see if Stan does try to move through the field, man. It hasn't been a Stan Mayberry kind of night like it usually is, but we've had some issues. I mean, a lot of cautions to freeze the field here in the first 19 now. So you can understand why. Oops, sorry.
I was going to say, but the green flag's back out. Colin Forrester, who's still hanging on to the lead. He's getting off to a good jump, though. You see his teammate riding that top lane, but here comes Ed DeBoer, Josh.
Yeah, Bradley Wilson right behind him as well.
Yeah, going to see if Bradley Wilson can push that 82 up here into the front, or if we can keep from having that little bit of loose bug that everybody's been kind of coming up and biting them in the rear end. As it looks like Josh Carver now moving his way up into that 8th position. He's going to be behind his teammate, Jimmy Green. Looks like Colin Forrester going to jump back out in front of Nick Cannon, but the 82 still riding that inside lane. It looks like Bradley Wilson was going to take that high lane, but it looks like he's going to settle for that mid to low lane, going to kind of cut down in front of that 8 of Logan Rhodes. Logan Rhodes now moving himself up into that top 5.
As you see him down the back straightaway, that inside lane going to be Ed DeBoer. As it looks like the 20, the 9, and the 51 now going to move all the way to the bottom of the track. It's coming out of turn number 4. The 51 going to move up about another lane and a half as he's going to pull up to that door, the quarter panel now, and he's clear. He's going to pull his way in front of Ed DeBoer. He disappeared for a second. Looks like the 8 of Logan Rhodes now going to move to the inside. You got Jimmy Green coming from the apron down there. As into 1 and 2 here, it looks like they're starting to settle it out here up in the front pack at least. As you see all the way at the top, it is that Ed Osborne machine as he is going to get passed almost by his teammate. Or Ed DeBoer, I don't know why I said Ed Osborne, excuse me. Ed DeBoer, that's another league. Another Ed. Do apologize about that. As Ed DeBoer going to roll his way around the outside. Looks like he is going to pick up that momentum. Looked like he was starting to fall off a little bit on that outside lane maybe, but that outside lane here tonight looks like to be carrying a lot of speed, at least in 1 and 2 that is. Because you notice down the front stretch, they stay on that outside lane all the way through corner entry. You'll see him get down on that low lane here, but it seems like that outside lane right now seems to be the place to be, especially 1 and 2 here. As you see, Bradley goes down to the low lane, but he seems to be one of the only drivers really flirting with it all the way down there. The 8 of Logan Rhodes got down there, but other than that, it's mid lane up for most of these drivers, and that's not interesting to see here at Auto Club, but
yeah,
these guys are getting a lot of high lane here, and that's something you usually don't see.
Yeah, a lot of drivers normally hang out around that bottom lane where you see Bradley Wilson at, who last lap did set the fastest time, 41.1. So Bradley Wilson out there in the lead with a really fast race car. So going to show you that he knows how to get it done here on these ovals. But like you were saying, Josh, a lot of these drivers just kind of getting it settled out. Now it looks like Robbie Bice down pit lane. Again, unfortunate for that 28 who had that little bit of early incident. But a lot of these drivers riding that top to middle or middle to top lane, which is something you normally don't see a lot out of. You know, you don't see a lot of drivers taking that top lane. They kind of, you know, take that bottom lane. As I want to say, Stan Mayberry now moving himself into that top 10, got around that Matthew Fitz machine. Right now, the 82, Ed DeBoer going to be battling that inside lane on that 20. As you see the Bradley Wilson machine going to try to dive it down to the bottom, break that draft just a little bit. But that top lane is really pushing right now.
Yeah, that outside lane, they're stacked up, they're moving, but Bradley Wilson's just doing an excellent job. Looks like Colin Forrester was about a tenth faster that last time by, but he's still not able to close that gap all the way. About 2 tenths now as Ed DeBoer's trying to roll his way on the inside lane past that 20 of Nick Cannon. As he's been just hanging out there, and it looks like Bradley going to go back up to that outside lane and into 3 and 4. It still looks like the 9 driving, never mind, I was going to say driving about a half lane higher, but it looks like he did get behind that 51 of Bradley Wilson. But Bradley Wilson starting in 12th. Now in person, it looks like the 8 of Logan Rhodes going to the apron, as you saw there on that side camera. Nick Cannon maybe flirt with the wall a little bit there out of 4.
Yeah,
I think I see some scrapes on that quarter panel.
Yeah, looks like Logan Rhodes got into the wall just a little bit. That's why you saw him dive down to the bottom of the track, maybe thinking that he was in the wall and had like, oh, I got to get off of it. You see the 8 of Logan Rhodes maybe lose a little bit of pace, but he should be able to pick it back up.
I do see some damage on that right front. You're right, Chris.
Yeah, so Logan Rhodes might have a little bit of fender damage on that front right. As we were saying, we'll go see if we can catch it on board here with David Salter. Doesn't look like we can see it there. Go on board here with Logan Rhodes. As you see, he's starting to fall off. Yeah, you see that front right damage there on that quarter panel, and that's really slowing him up. He is getting freight trained right now.
Yeah, he's getting big off the pace.
Yeah, so that little bit of damage, maybe just gonna fall back towards the back and reassess the situation. You know, just kind of step back and go, all right, I'm just gonna attack it again. You know, fall back to the back and then move his way back up. That could be a play there from that 80. Could just be getting his nerves could be getting to him and just wanting to kind of settle back and wanting to just take his time. Right now, Jimmy Green holding off his teammate at the 3 in that Ford Mustang. But the 88 of David Salter moving his way up into that 7th position. He's going to be battling with that 3. Whoa, it looks like he was going up there to try to ride on that corner pedal. But the 88 is going to go ahead. It looks like he's going to get past that Carver machine. The Carver going to take that mid to top lane. Let's see if the 88 of David Salter can make it stick coming out of turn 2. Going back up front with Bradley Wilson, though, we see he is kind of getting a little bit of a separation between him and Colin Forrester. Now about a half a second out between him and that 9 of Colin Forrester. And then right behind him is Nick Cannon. And then Ed DeBoer, who is not letting Nick Cannon go anywhere. He is trying his best to stay on that back bumper. Looks like Robbie Bice coming back down pit lane, man. Unfortunate for Robbie Bice. No, he probably had a really strong race car out here tonight. He's fallen back to that 15th position. Unfortunate for Robbie Bice, but he is still out there on the track, and that's all that matters. But Bradley Wilson now got a little bit more separation between him and Colin Forrester. Now got it down to about a second. So maybe Colin Forrester having a little bit of tire issues and starting to fall off, as it looks like Nick Cannon tucking up to that back bumper of his teammate. Right behind him, you see the 88 of David Salter taking a really big drive down to the inside of that 20 of Nick Cannon. Looks like the 88 of David Salter gonna make it stick. Was gonna see if the 20 or the 82 DeBoer was going to run with him, but it looks like now that outside lane's starting to really pick up a lot of pace. We'll see if David Salter can set himself up here in the corner. Looks like he's still got the pace with the 20, even though they had more cars in that line. Does look like David Salter, though, on a really spirited run through this field right now.
See Jimmy Green making a evasive move to that inside lane. He's going to go to the inside of DeBoer here. I think he's got a big run, too. Shouldn't clear his teammate. Looks like he's going to get the run back here.
It looks like the 82 at DeBoer got a little bit of that draft from the 20. Was able to pull up past him. We'll see if the 3, it doesn't look like his teammate's going to let him back in line. But right now, everybody's just kind of fanned out, trying to get it situated. These tires are starting to come in and show their ugly heads. You see Jimmy Green now starting to get a run on that inside lane. As you see Bradley Wilson now out to a 1.38 second gap over David Salter, who's moved himself up into that second position. Man, that last little, like, as we change cameras, David Salter just drove up through the field, took over that second place, and you see Nick Cannon.
Did you see Jimmy?
Yeah, Jimmy Green.
He was loose. Like, he was about to wreck coming out of 3.
Jimmy Green, though, having to keep it underneath him. We're seeing a lot of this, a lot of these tires starting to, like I said, starting to show their ugly head. We should be coming down 4 pit cycles here in about 10, 15 laps, maybe 20 laps, give or take. But we've still only got 30 laps of this 120 done, 31 of these 120 done. So, man, this is really shaping up to really be a good race.
It is, Chris, especially with the amount of separation that we don't have between these drivers. I mean, a second between him and Nick Cannon, or excuse me, I don't know why I said Nick Cannon right there, but a second between him and David Salter. And about that, those guys are pretty close. You see, did you see the 3? You're good, Chris. Going to the inside there, as he's starting to make his moves too. Josh Carver, driver we haven't seen make a lot of moves these past couple weeks. You know, kind of been struggling. He seems to find his pace here at Auto Club tonight, and that's good to see. Carver back up here doing what Carver does, and that's getting close to trying to lead this race.
Yeah, it looks like right now his teammate behind him in that 82, it looks like he got a little loose and cycled up to the top of the track there just a little bit, but he's got his teammate behind him. The 23 of Jimmy Green's going to be tucking up behind Josh Carver here before too long. So these Rev E Motorsports guys, they could be setting up a plan here, Josh, and push up to the front. Right now, David Salter got about a 1.6 second gap between him and Carver. But Josh, look at him. He is catching Bradley Wilson, now under a second from Bradley Wilson. That setup David Salter has must be banging.
Hey, you know, they've usually got good setups over there in the Full Throttle camp, and it looks like right now, no different today, as David Salter is moving up here at lap 33. Does have the same tires. Look at that run he's got to Bradley.
Looks like Bradley Wilson might have got loose.
Oh, he's got damage. I think he's got damage, Chris.
See if we can go back and see if Bradley Wilson might have got up into the wall. He did.
Good call. Good call, Chris.
Oh, big pop there from the 51. That's what slowed him up. So David Salter able to get around that 51. Let's see if that damage is going to come up and really affect that 51. As you see him trying to ride that top lane, David Salter riding that really inside lane, trying to make up as much time as he can. Now got about a 4/10 gap between him and Bradley Wilson. But Ed DeBoer now getting around everybody. Josh Carver falling back behind him. As we'll go back and see maybe Ed DeBoer looks like, yeah, Ed DeBoer are going to pass everybody there. Go back and check this pass for position. As it looks down the back stretch, Josh Carver just on that outside lane, just not having the push like that 82. The 82 just really pushing into the corner, riding that top lane. Man, that top lane, Josh, is really showing that it's going to be the dominant lane here tonight.
Yeah, as it cools down too as well, they're going to, I mean, it already is nighttime. That track temperature's been cooling down, but as that track temperature gets more and more cooler, you're going to be able to see these guys really extend the limits, you know, of the track. They're going to be able to go places they might not be able to go to when the track's all hot and sticky. They're going to be able to go there, cool down, and get a little bit more grip. As you'll see that outside lane really open its way up here later on into the night. But that 82 of Ed DeBoer right now is really making that middle lane work. As he moves his way to the wall now down the back stretch, he's still got his teammate Josh Carver working on him.
Yeah, he's got Josh Carver right behind him, and then Jimmy Green followed in behind him. You see Colin Forrester just probably using up too much equipment to try to keep that lead early on. So falling back a little bit, or like we said, maybe just letting everybody mess their equipment up. Maybe Colin Forrester on a little bit of a play. Logan Rhodes right now, who's fallen back to the 10th position. He must be having a lot of hiccups in that car, because he's fallen back to that 10th position. We'll go back up here. See Stan Mayberry moved himself up into that 8th position. So like we said, Stan's just kind of cruising right now. He's only got about a 4-second gap between him and David Salter. So, right now, realistically, Stan's just cruising, not really pushing the issue too much. He knows he'll probably have another caution here later on, so he knows that he'll be able to catch back up. He's just trying to get used to the new package.
Yeah, a lot of our drivers look pretty strong here tonight. Bradley Wilson, he's going to have to really recover with the damage he's got. Hopefully, it doesn't seem like it's slowed him down a lot like some of the other damage has for some of our drivers, but because that looks very similar to what we saw on that Ed DeBoer, or not Ed DeBoer, excuse me, who was it? Why does my mind just go blank? Logan Rhodes. Man, I would named almost every rev guy there besides the one I was looking for. So, Logan Rhodes, yeah. They've got very similar, though, if you look at it. It's
very similar damage, but it looks like Bradley Wilson's got the worst end of the stick there.
You're starting to see Ed and Josh now catching.
I was about to say that. It looks like Ed DeBoer starting to catch him. David Salter out to about a second gap between Bradley and Ed DeBoer. So David Salter's really clicking on all cylinders here tonight. To the inside lane is that 51 of Bradley Wilson. To the outside lane is the 82 of Ed DeBoer. Like we were saying, that outside lane just looks like it's got more pace. For that second position, though, Ed DeBoer going to take over from Bradley Wilson. You see Bradley Wilson tucked back in, trying to just make up as much time as he can. But now you see Josh Carver moving his way up into that. Look at that, Josh. Like I was saying, here comes Stan Mayberry moving his way around Nick Cannon up into that 6th position.
Yeah, he looks great, Chris. Here he comes. Stan Mayberry, 6th spot, and he's moved up 11 positions. Good to see Stan starting to work his way through the field, and he did pit at lap 11, so he could have possibly fresher tires in some of this field here.
Yeah, it's, David Salter did come down pit lane at lap 3. Says that he took tires. It says he was down pit lane for 43 seconds, so Salter could have a little fresher tires as well in front of these drivers. It looks like a couple of drivers did come down pit lane and take a little bit of damage assessment maybe, but maybe a little bit of adjustment there from David Salter. We do know Patrick Ginter, he is the Full Throttle Motorsports setup guy. As it looks like Logan Rhodes, Jimmy Green coming down pit lane. So like I was saying, about 10, 15 laps from lap 30 was when we would probably start seeing these boys pull down pit lane. So it looks like these two Rev Motorsports boys going to go ahead and pull down pit lane. Jimmy Green going to pull the trigger with Logan Rhodes, so that way he has a draft partner with him. He's not out there on the track by himself. Good call there from those Rev boys to not leave Logan Rhodes out there by himself. Maybe take a little bit of damage repair for that Logan Rhodes machine, but David Salter still out in the lead. Got about a 2nd and 3/10 gap over Ed DeBoer, who is only getting a little further away from the rest of these boys. Josh Carver moving his way around Bradley Wilson. So Bradley Wilson and that little bit of damage really starting to fall off back to that 4th position. Going to go back here, see Colin Forrester in that 5th spot. And then Josh, look at that. Stan Mayberry is coming up at lap 42, and he's only about 3/4 of a second away from that Colin Forrester machine.
Yep, he is starting to move. Stan Mayberry in 6th, now 5/10 off of Colin Forrester. We could be seeing pits, though, here soon. And that, as I say, that might be why he's catching the 9 so fast. The 9 is coming down pit road with the 20. It sounds like the 12 as well, so the rest of the Sparkle Unicorn guys going to make their way down pit road.
Yeah, as you see right now, Austin Rhodes going to go ahead, pull it down pit lane. We should see Matthew Fitz maybe come down pit lane. We're going to go back on board here with David Salter, who's right now out in a league of his own. But right now, Josh, look at that behind him. Ed DeBoer now starting to catch him. But it looks like about 6/10 off is that Ed DeBoer machine now. So Ed DeBoer, Josh Carver really starting to push the issue. You should see David Salter maybe come down pit lane here before too long. But Colin Forrester, Nick Cannon, Austin Rhodes still down pit lane. So we could see them come out here and take over this lead, as I see in the Facebook chat. Jackie Tucker Rhodes saying, fix that hunk of junk and let's go, Logan Rhodes. Looks like Logan Rhodes is currently on his way back out right now. He's got Jimmy Green right behind him who's pushing him. So Jackie Tucker, he is back out on the road. And then I see Cheryl Wilson in the chat saying, go 51 Bradley Wilson. Currently sitting in that fourth spot with a little bit of damage, but he's still hanging on to that lead pack.
Yeah, still maintaining. I mean, that's hard to do with the damage. Looks like he is going to make his way down pit road, the 3 and the 82 and the 88 of David Salter as well. So it's going to give the lead to Stan Mayberry. He's going to lead a lap here tonight as he comes around to lead lap number 44.
Yeah,
as you'll see Ginter as well. He's going to stay.
Yeah, gonna be interesting to see how long Stan Mayberry decides to stay out on the track. We know that like we were saying these last couple of races, Josh, you don't want to stay out on the track too long and lose too much of that time to the guys with the better tires. So wondering when that 99 will go ahead and pull that trigger on pit road. As you see Patrick Ginter, like you said, he's currently also going to be out. And then Matthew Fitz in that third position. Should see him come down pit lane before too long. But these boys did come down pit lane at lap 11, so they have a little bit fresher tires than everybody.
As Carver going to be making his way back out, it looks like Patrick Ginter coming down pit road. You see the 82 and the 51 as well coming out behind them, as it looks like they're going to rejoin. That Stan right there they're passing? Yeah, that's Stan. So he is going to put them the lap down, but they'll obviously get their lap back as soon as he goes down pit road, and they're probably about to get that lap back here soon with those fresh tires, to be honest.
Yeah, if I was in that Stan Mayberry pit right now, I would be telling him he needs to come down pit lane here before too long. He's going to lose a lot of time on those older tires once these boys start making up a lot of time. Right now, Stan Mayberry still out in the lead. Matthew Fitz currently sitting in that second position, as we saw him have an incident early on. Case Collenbach, who is missing his front bumper, and I want to say his rear bumper as well, currently sitting in that third spot, but he is really off the pace. You see David Salter currently sitting in that fourth, Josh Carver in fifth, Ed DeBoer sixth, Bradley Wilson seventh, Colin Forrester in that eighth position, Logan Rhodes in ninth, then Jimmy Green rounding out your top 10. But Austin Rhodes, Nick Cannon, Patrick Ginter, they're going to be catching up here before too long as well. So right now, Stan Mayberry still out in the lead, but as we were saying, Josh, look at that. The 82 of Ed DeBoer already getting around him. You see the 51 already starting to work on the inside of him. So those tires are really going to start, slowing him down. He needs to come down pit lane here before too long.
Yeah, he's going to have to come down pit lane soon. I don't know when he'll make that call, though, but that's really not my decision. That's his. So, it'll be surprising to see if more people are coming down pit road, but hey, he's doing a good job right now. He's leading the race. We'll see. Maybe he's thinking there might be a caution or something, but other than that, we'll see.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a play here from Stan Mayberry. Like we said, we do know he's got a little bit fresher tires than everybody when they were out the last time. But here now at lap 49, those lap 11 tires are kind of old. So he's pushing almost 40 lap old tires here in 2 laps. So, it's going to really start showing before too long once these boys start getting a lot of runs and everything. We're just going to kind of cycle through the field right now. As you see David Salter currently leading that pack of Josh Carver, Ed DeBoer, and then right behind them is that 51 of Bradley Wilson, who is still on pace. Even with that little bit of damage, he probably did get a little bit of damage fixed up on that car. Doesn't look like, actually, it looks like he was down pit lane for pretty much the same time as everybody else. So maybe just waiting for a caution so that way he can try to get some of that damage fixed. But like I was saying, Josh, right now, if you see behind him, now a 40-second gap between Stan Mayberry and Josh Carver. See David Salter starting to make a move on Carver.
Yeah, we see that 3 machine going around on the inside. Here comes the 82 as well. They're making that move on Salter, who's been pretty much the car all night. They do not have. I forgot they all pitted at the same time. But here comes Bradley Wilson as well up into the mix of this battle. Still have not pitted is Stan and Matthew. So these guys will be your lead pack when our last 2 drivers who need to pit come down pit road. But I should be here soon.
Yeah, if Stan and Matthew Fitz do come down pit lane, Josh Carver would assume the lead. But like I was saying, Josh, the gap between David Salter as the person I'm looking at right now, and Stan Mayberry was about 46 seconds a lap ago, now 38 seconds. So that just goes to show you 8 seconds in a matter of a lap is how much time they've made up on that Stan Mayberry machine. So he's going to have to really decide if he's going to come down pit lane here before too long, because the pit lane cycles are about 50 seconds. So that would give him about a 20-second gap once these boys decide to roll around. As you see Colin Forrester, the 8 of Logan Rhodes, Jimmy Green starting to catch him to get that lap back the old-fashioned way.
Well, here at lap 51, while the field is settled out, Chris, I think we got just some good, single file race in here. We're going to go ahead and throw it over to an 811 Dig loud pedal. Let you enjoy these beautiful sights and sounds here at Auto Club Speedway. And we'll be right back here with the action live, or commentating live is what I meant to say. But hey, enjoy these sights and sounds. And we're going to, oh, never mind, caution.
Caution is out. This is something that they didn't. It looks like Austin Rhodes.
Now nobody's going to be able to pit, because you know how many people Stan has lap down?
Oh, it looks like the 12 just got loose on the top lane by himself. Tried to save it. Oh, Jimmy Green no, that was the 20. Oh no, that was the 20 of Nick Cannon that was involved in that.
2 teammates.
Oh man, that was a teammate that was involved. Oh, is that camera was getting in the way? We'll go back and we'll see just what happened here. It looks like coming around the corner. Yeah, you see him just getting loose up there on the top. Maybe got into the marbles. Oh, big hit there.
Yeah, big hit, and that's going to pretty much kill that 20 machine and that 12 machine. I would say their nights are theoretically over. And, man, we're going to see how the field decides to do their pitting here.
Yeah, so I want to point out something, Josh. Colin Forrester got around at the last second and got his lap back.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So the 9 of Colin Forrester got his lap back, but that's going to put Logan Rhodes, Jimmy Green, Nick Cannon, Patrick Ginter, Austin Rhodes, Case Combat all a lap down. But you're going to see the 99 go ahead, pull it down pit lane right now. Matthew Fitz also coming down pit lane. So Josh Carver, Ed DeBoer, Bradley Wilson, see if they decide to pull it down pit lane or if they decide to stay out. Looks like everybody going to go ahead. No, David Salter going to stay out. Also looks like the 9 of Colin Forrester is well going to stay out. Logan Rhodes, Jimmy Green, and Patrick Ginter all going to stay out to try and get that lap back, which it does look like they will get that lap back. So right now, David Salter, Colin Forrester going to be in that first, second position. We'll see which driver gets out first. Looks like Stan Mayberry going to win the race off pit lane. Ed DeBoer going to get out in second. Josh Carver still on pit lane. Should see him coming out here in just 1 second. He's on his way out now. You see Scrappy Logan Rhodes pulling his way down pit lane as well, so he was a lap down, had to pit 1 lap after everybody else. David Salter deciding to stay out, so did Colin Forrester. So this is going to really shake up those front 2 positions, Josh.
Yeah, we're now about to see 2 somewhat slower cars have to now take the lead of this field.
Yeah, but what we will do, Josh, is whenever we come back from this caution break, we will do the loud pedal then, so that way everybody can get the volumes turned up and get some really awesome close side-by-side racing here at Auto Club. But here at lap 56, we've definitely been shown that this has been a lot of fun. These boys definitely are trying their best to get this done. I see Tony Rhodes over on the Facebook chat saying, shake and bake, Logan and Jimmy. Currently, Logan and Jimmy are in 10th. Logan Rhodes is in currently 10th place, and then Jimmy Green currently in that 8th position. You see them both getting called up here. See them going into turn 3. Wonder if they will extend that green one more time. Don't think they will, though. It looks like everybody is getting caught back up. All right, but it looks like everybody is getting caught back up. The green flag is out. Everybody get those volumes turned up. Get that full screens ready. We're going to go to an 811 Dig loud pedal. So everybody enjoy these sights and sounds from a beautiful Auto Club Speedway.
And we welcome you back here to Auto Club Speedway as Ed DeBoer out in the lead. Got Bradley Wilson to the inside, though. We're starting to see some drivers file out here. As you see the 99 of Stan Mayberry, he's got the 3 of Josh Cover behind him, the 9 as well, along with David Salter. So, 2 full throttle guys looking very solid here at the end part of this race. I say the end part, over the halfway point now, but we're getting closer. But these boys are starting to look really solid out here, up here in the lead pack, that is, as 2x2 is that Salter and that 3 of Josh Carver as they come down the front stretch. And into turn 1 and 2, it looks like Ed DeBoer is still going to hold the lead with that 51 all over the back bumper as he goes to the inside. The 99, big drive in.
Stan Mayberry all the way up to that back bumper of 51 of Bradley Wilson. You saw Bradley Wilson going all the way down there to the bottom. Stan Mayberry, though, looks like he had a better run out of that corner. He's going to take it to the inside. Let's see if he can get around Bradley Wilson here. Bradley Wilson still has some of that damage, so we'll see. Whoa, don't tighten up, Stan. Don't tighten up,
He's
Stan.
still tight. He's still tight. He's going to have to get out of it a little bit, and that's going to allow the 88 and the 3 to take those runs past him. And here comes the 9 as well to the inside lane.
Look, just back out of it and reassess. That was almost bad there for that 99, but he's going to keep it clean. But right now, Ed DeBoer riding that top lane. You see the 51 of Bradley Wilson cutting off the nose of David Salter. David Salter getting really loose, almost getting up into the 3. Whoa, man, just everybody all over the back bumper of everybody right now. Looks like the 99 going to be trying to take it on the inside of Josh Carver. It looks like he does have the space down there below him, so we'll see if the 99 has the drive out of the corner. It looks like the 88 is going to start tucking back up. You see the 9 of Colin Forrester going to take another lane, going to try to push that 99 up around the 3 of Josh Carver, but not going to be able to do it. You see the 99 take that bottom lane. See how this goes now. Ed DeBoer still out there in the lead. Bradley Wilson in second. But you see a different line here from both these drivers. Bradley Wilson gets a good run out of corner off that bottom lane. But once the 82 just looks like he's able to stay in the gas a lot longer than Bradley Wilson. Three wide for just a moment.
It looks like Stan's still starting to have a little bit of not issue, but now that he's up here on these equal tires, he's got the speed. I just don't know if he's got the equal tire speed with all these guys to maybe go up there and lead the race, but he is on that inside lane. He has had a bunch of cars just ganging up on him, what it feels like sometimes in these races, as it looks like he's got a big drive into the corner. He is going to clear Josh Carver. And I say that, Stan Mayberry picks it up. It looks like he could now go for the lead. He got a great run off of turn 2.
Yeah, you saw Bradley Wilson willing it down there on that bottom lane. I want to say Bradley Wilson, though, is slowing himself up a lot, taking that really low arc down to the bottom of the lane. But coming out of turn 4, he's got a really good run on Ed DeBoer. But right now, the 99 of Stan Mayberry going to be in that second position, pushing the 82 of Ed DeBoer. You see Bradley Wilson falling back into that third position. So Stan Mayberry just doing it the old-fashioned way on the inside of the 82. Let's see if he can make it stick. He's tightening up a lot, but he's going to make it stick. It's going to be a drag race down the backstretch. Nope, the 99 going to go ahead, jump out of it, tuck back in behind that 82 of Ed DeBoer. But, man, that 99 really pushing a lot in this corner, man. I'm loving to see Stan Mayberry up here battling for this position.
We can tell, Chris, you sound excited right now.
Yeah, Stan, he's, not trying to say I'm biased or anything, but he's one of my buddies, and it's good to see him doing really good out here tonight. So, it's like watching, like whenever I get excited, whenever you race or something, I like it. You're my buddy. Stan Mayberry's my buddy. I mean, everybody in the league's my buddy. I don't, I'm not biased towards anybody. I love everybody. I don't care who wins. But it's good to see Stan really battling out for that position right now. David Salter, though, pushed his way up into that third spot. He's got himself around Josh Carver now. It looks like Carver might be having a little bit of issue. You see the 9 of Bradley Wilson, the 9 of Colin Forrester and the 51 of Bradley Wilson still duking it out back there. But you see everybody starting to take this bottom lane to the lead. Stan Mayberry going to cut off the nose of the 82.
We're just saying that he might not have the pace. Well, he found it. Stan Mayberry to the lead here at lap 71. That's going to put us 40 laps to go. Wait, that's bad math, right? 60 laps to go. 50. Oh, goodness, I cannot do math. But you know who can do math? The 99 of Stan Mayberry, because he has calculated everything right so far.
Whoa,
In the lead,
you
I say that. 3 wide. 82 getting tight. They're going to be clear. And here comes the 88. Big drive in from David Salter on that bottom lane, Chris.
Yeah, you're going to see the 88 probably try to suck up to that 82, maybe slow him down a little bit so that 99 can get a little bit of a run. As you see David Salter having to get out of the gas, this is a really good run from David Salter as well. Man, that, like we were saying, Josh, that setup must be clicking for him and Stan Mayberry. Patrick Ginter must have really helped set up those setups for him, man. They are doing a good job out here tonight. But 9 of Colin Forrester, he's trying to hang on to this pack. As you see, he's in... Oh, as you see Josh Carver getting a little loose going into corner there. Oh, a lot of stuff just going on. Whoa! As it looks like everybody checking up. The 3 of Josh Carver might get up into the wall. Josh Carver going around.
Big into the wall right there, too. Man.
He's able to keep it off of it, though. Or able to keep it off of the top wall, but not of the inside wall. Oh, actually, he did get into the inside wall. It looks like David Salter might have checked up, and the 3 had a really big run. You see right there, just getting into the wall. The 9 almost getting off of him, but he almost had it saved, but just a little bit of a hit there. Unfortunate for Josh Carver. Right now, we're going to go back on board here with Stan Mayberry. As you see the 82 of Ed DeBoer, looks like he's got a little bit of an issue in that car. But right now, Stan Mayberry taking that bottom lane. Looks like the 88 of David Salter going to be on that bottom lane as well. So the 2 teammates going to try to work that inside lane, but they don't. They got a lot of separation between those 2. The 82 going to take that middle to inside lane. You see the 51 of Bradley Wilson riding that outside lane. Man, they are really all over the place here tonight. This is what I love about Auto Club. See Ed DeBoer, looks like he's starting to get a little bit of a better run, but as I say that, 51 getting a little loose. Whoa, Stan Mayberry in the wall, the 82 in the wall.
Whoa, 88, big drive down to the 51.
Looks like there might be a little damage on that right corner battle for Stan Mayberry. Oh yeah, he does have a little bit of damage on that right corner panel, but pretty much right now it's evened out the playing field. Everybody pretty much up here in the front has got into that wall except for that 88 of David Salter. So that little bit of damage, like I said, just pretty much everybody else got the same thing. We'll go on board here with Ed DeBoer. It looks like he's got a little bit of a crinkled up front right quarter panel. David Salter has a clean one. You see Bradley Wilson has a little bit of a crinkle. Stan, he has a big old crinkle. That should not really kill too much of the pace. We'll see Bradley Wilson get off to about a half a second gap right now. Let's see if Stan gonna tuck back in behind his teammate. He does. So we'll just have to, take it easy. Stan's probably getting. I know I have driven with him. I know how I know how he can be. He gets a little flustered. I know. I do the same thing. So right now, if you're in that Stan Mayberry camp, though, all you need to do is just take a deep breath, calm down. That's all you got to do. Just take a deep breath. As you see it, whoa, big tighten up there from the 82. Like I said, not out of it just yet. The 51 of Bradley Wilson, though, going to assume that lead here at lap 75. So now lap 77, he's going to still be leading. David Salter going to be right behind him. And like we were saying, Stan still in this game. He's got to just, settle down and get it situated. Ed DeBoer in that fourth spot. Colin Forrester starting to fall off and lose a little bit of pace to that front pack. And you see right behind them, Patrick Ginter starting to poke his head up into the fray. Matthew Fitz currently sitting in that 7th position. The last car on the lead lap, Logan Rhodes, currently did come down pit lane with Jimmy Green at lap 75. So they did go a lap down. But right now, the 88 of David Salter starting to tuck back up to Bradley Wilson. This should open up the door for Stan Mayberry once they get up here and start battling out.
Yeah, we're starting to see these closing runs start to make their way. I mean, lap 80, we should see at least one more pit stop, I would say. just 4 tires. I would say they possibly might be able to make it on fuel. I don't know. But other than that, I mean, I think you're going to start seeing these guys really try to make those last runs. Stan Mayberry sitting in third. He could see Bradley Wilson and Salter up there battling, probably just thinking, man, I would love for one of them to get tangled up with each other and make this just a little bit easier on me. But we know he's got the heart of a lion. We'll see if that 99 of Stan Mayberry can have anything to say about these guys. Because, we were talking about it a moment ago. This race still not over. Still not over.
No.
They're going to be able to definitely have some more runs here, but we'll see how it develops.
No, Josh, it is not over yet. And that is one of the things that we're talking about. Once Bradley Wilson and David Salter get up here and start, going side by side, that should open up the door for Stan Mayberry. So he should, just like we were saying, just stay calm, be patient, and he'll, and he'll start reeling them back in. But right now, Bradley Wilson and David Salter starting to pull off just a little bit. As I was saying that, now got it out to about a 1 7/10 gap. So maybe a little bit more pace under that car. Maybe Stan's just wanting to go on a little bit of relax, not wanting to push the car too hard. Maybe let Bradley Wilson get up there and tear that equipment up early on. But right now, he's starting to get caught from Ed DeBoer. And then behind them, you see Colin Forrester. And then Patrick Ginter starting to, like I said, poke his head up into here. He is the Full Throttle Motorsports team's setup guy. So, if anybody's going to have a good race, it's going to be that 6 of Patrick Ginter right now.
Yeah, and he's, looking for that good run here. Patrick hasn't had the best of runs. I mean, he has. He's had some really good, solid, fast cars. Just hasn't been able to put them all together here lately. It would be great to see Patrick get a good run here tonight. But Stan starting to fall off just a little bit. 2 3/10 to David, 2 5/10 to Bradley, as they're still up there duking it out. Ed DeBoer right here and Colin Forrester giving us a good little battle as well. As we'll see if that 9 machine can try to work his way back up here towards the front.
Yeah, as right now, Colin Forrester, Stan Mayberry are the 2 drivers fighting for, and Ed DeBoer, are currently fighting for that points position. So you are looking at 3 of the championship drivers in contention right now, battling for position. As you see that 9 taking that line all the way down to the bottom, going to go ahead and promote himself into that 3rd position. Ed DeBoer also going to get around Stan Mayberry. So Stan probably not too happy behind that wheel, getting into the wall, losing that little bit of a pace. But like we were saying, not out
big
of
run
it yet.
coming from the 99. Here he comes.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the 82 got a little loose there. Gonna go back on board here with Bradley Wilson and that 88. David Salter, like we were saying, David Salter, man, he is up 6 positions right now, just showing you that setup is clicking. He is definitely on a whole nother level than everybody else. Bradley Wilson's normally the one that's up here by himself, but right now Bradley Wilson is definitely having a mirror drive, as it looks like he might have got up into the wall there just a little bit, but no, looks like he's going to keep it all above it. The 88, though, on that inside lane, might have to check up a little bit more. Going to be a drag race. As you see right now, I want to say that was Patrick Ginter getting around his teammate. Going to the inside of his teammate of Stan Mayberry. See the 82 of Ed DeBoer riding that top lane. Whoa! The 3 of Josh Carver. He's got fresher tires, so he's a little faster than everybody. I thought he was going to push it 3 wide there for a second, but whew. Bradley Wilson still under attack from that David Salter machine. Still got it out to about a 2/10 gap between him and Bradley Wilson. So, man, Bradley definitely doing a lot of mirror driving, as we'll go on board here in that cockpit view. So that way you can see pretty much what he sees from that view. Riding on board here with Bradley Wilson. Just look up in that rear view as you see that car all over the back bumper. A little bit of looseness there from that 51, but you see that is what he sees right now in that rear view, that car all over that back bumper. So definitely not wanting to see that car as close as he is. David Salter doing a good job hanging on to that position. You see back behind them, Colin Forrester now leading the pack of drivers. You see the 3 Josh Carver getting around everybody. Patrick Ginter now moved himself up into that 4th position. Ed DeBoer in 5th. You see Logan Rhodes now trying to get his lap back with Jimmy Green. Right now going around their teammate of Ed DeBoer. Stan Mayberry falling back just a little bit. Looks like Stan Mayberry going to go ahead, pull the trigger, come down pit lane. Going to do an undercut.
Yeah, it looks like Stan learned from the last time, Chris.
Yeah, don't stay out on the track too long. So right now, Stan Mayberry going to go a lap down, but going to set himself up to a really good position as we've only got 30.
Yeah, you can tell me and Chris aren't.
I'm terrible at math. You know what? I'm not even going to try to guess it. So, but we've got still a pretty good bit of racing to go. So now 33 laps.
I was going to see how long it took you. I was about to say it for you. I was about to tell you 34, but you got it.
Yeah, but right now, Stan Mayberry coming out of pit lane, going to go a lap down, but he's going to have Jimmy Green and Logan Rhodes right in front of him. Bradley Wilson and co. going to have to come down pit lane before too long. Looks like Patrick Ginter went ahead, pulled that trigger, came down pit lane this past lap. So Bradley Wilson, David Salter, it's going to be when they decide to come down now. Looks like maybe the 88 slowing up. Just nope. Looks like he's going to go ahead, stay out. Also, the 9 of Colin Forrester going to stay out. Ed DeBoer down pit lane. So this could be the play. You know, Josh, somebody that we haven't been talking about, though, Logan Rhodes. Logan Rhodes and Jimmy Green, who headed at lap 75, who are currently still on a tear through the field. They just got, or they're just about to go around Ed DeBoer, which is down pit lane right now. And then right now you see up in front of them, Bradley Wilson and Bradley Wilson, David Salter now on that inside lane. Looks like David Salter trying to make a pass, but not going to make it stick. The 51 going to have the better drive out of the corner.
Yeah, these boys are starting to really race, Chris. This is where you're going to start to see what we were talking about, those final moves. Not necessarily that it is going to be the final moves of the race, but you're going to see guys trying to get themselves set up for those final moves, get themselves ready. You know, you've got a lot of racing here still left to go, but at the same time, those laps tick down a lot faster when you're sitting in that second position on back than they do when you're up there in Bradley Wilson's position. I can tell you right now, it feels like this race is never going to end for that 51.
See the 3. Looks like 51 and 88 going to go ahead and pull it down pit lane. So Josh Carver, Logan Rhodes, Jimmy Green going to go ahead unlap themselves there. So right now also Colin Forrester coming down pit lane. This is going to open up the door for anybody who's coming down pit lane now. Logan Rhodes and co. should assume the lead this next time around. But Patrick Ginter going to be in that 3rd spot. Ed DeBoer going to be right there. And then look at that, Josh. Stan Mayberry not that far behind.
Stan should take the lead of this race when everybody comes down pit road.
Yes, because Logan Rhodes and Jimmy Green are going to have to come down pit lane one more time. So Patrick Ginter, Ed DeBoer, and Stan Mayberry are going to be battling for position.
Sorry, didn't even notice that Patrick Ginter and Ed have already pitted. So yeah, Patrick will be your leader actually. Maybe. I mean, Bradley and them are on their way out right now. Nope, they're going to get passed. Yeah, they're going to 100% get passed.
Logan Rhodes going to assume the lead here at lap 90. So Scrappy is doing his best to move his way up into that top position, but he will have to pit one more time unless he's able to save those tires. But I don't think he's going to be able to handle it for another 30 laps. Especially on 25 lap or 20 lap old tires right now.
Yeah, I don't think Logan or Jimmy are going to be able to make it to the end with good pace unless they get a caution here. And if even they get a caution, are they out of tires already or no? I don't know.
Really sure. Not really sure. About the
yeah,
tire
I'm not
limits.
sure about our tire sets here.
Right now, you see a little bit of separation from everybody. This is going to be where everything comes into play. If we have a caution and we get everything racked back up, that could really set everything up for a different position. But Logan Rhodes right now got his teammate of Jimmy Green pushing him down the backstretch. You see right behind him is his teammate Josh Carver, who is currently still a lap down. He's currently actually 2 laps down. So Josh Carver 2 laps down. Matthew Fitz, who is right behind him, is a lap down. So he would be your lucky dog if we did have a caution come out right now. And then behind him, Austin Rhodes down 10 laps. Casey Collenbach down 11 laps now. And then Nick Cannon, McKinney, Bice, Sword, and Coombs, I want to say, are out of the race.
They are.
We've only got 12 cars still out on the track. Bradley Wilson, though, starting to really catch these boys. He now had that gap to about a 4.5 seconds. Now got about a 3.5 or 3.25 second gap between him and Logan Rhodes. So Bradley Wilson starting to close in. David Salter also starting to close in on Bradley Wilson. So good pit stop there from Bradley Wilson, David Salter, and Colin Forrester to get back out in front of that Patrick Ginter machine. We thought he was going to be able to get pass them and get around them, but does look like those 3 drivers did have a really good pit stop. But like we were saying, Logan Rhodes going to have to do the best that he can to hang on to these positions, because look at that, Josh. Bradley Wilson now under 3 seconds behind him. David Salter, though, starting to catch that 51 of Bradley Wilson. Now about a second and a half. Was about 2.5 seconds between him and Bradley. Now under a second and a half. David Salter starting to catch that Bradley Wilson machine. Behind him, Colin Forrester about 2 seconds back. Then you see behind him, Patrick Ginter. Now all over the back bumper there of Colin Forrester. You see him going to make a move on that inside. They're going to try to both get around that too of Matthew Fitz. So Patrick Ginter and Colin Forrester taking that inside lane. And then we go back. We see Ed DeBoer in that 7th position. And then Stan Mayberry in 8th, about 10 seconds back. Colin Forrester coming. Whoa! Colin Forrester spinning.
Yeah, we have a caution. Not around. That's going to benefit Logan and Jimmy, Chris.
Ooh, Colin Forrester around out of turn 4. Yeah, you see him fighting it. Woo! Patrick Ginter getting around it just by the seat of his pants. He's going to ride on board here with Patrick Ginter. You're going to see him just get loose there coming down on that bottom lane. We're going to go back up just a little further, see if it started a little earlier. Getting down there on that bottom lane. Right there gets loose. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times.
All the times.
Was able to save it. That's good for that Colin Forrester machine, but not good for everybody else. Or, it's not good for Colin Forrester, but good for everybody else is what I meant to say. So David Salter, Patrick Ginter decide to stay out, Josh. So right now, Logan Rhodes, Jimmy Green, Bradley Wilson, Ed DeBoer, Colin Forrester, Stan Mayberry, all down pit lane.
And now, granted, no more cautions. This should be your final pit stop of the night.
Going to see Stan Mayberry probably take a little bit of that damage assessment. Still sitting on pit lane is him. So, yeah, you probably seen him take a little bit. Ada Logan Rhodes out in that 3rd position. Jimmy Green in 4th. Like you said, Josh, this benefits Jimmy Green and Logan Rhodes the best. Now they have fresh tires, and they're going to be up in the front. Colin Forrester.
Something just happened to Logan Rhodes.
What do you mean?
1 second. Logan Rhodes got a freaking black flag penalty for pitting under the pace lap there. and they cleared it for him. That was weird. He got a penalty for entering pit road when him and Jimmy both went down. It didn't give Jimmy one, but it gave him one.
Yeah, so iRacing being dumb.
No, that's exactly what happened. I think it said he got a for passing the pace car, but I think he didn't even pass the pace car. It's impossible to pass the pace car coming down pit road.
Huh.
It sounds like he just got iRacing, man. We know how iRacing can be. It can be your best friend. It can be your worst nightmare sometimes.
Well, Josh, this has been a really fun race so far. We've seen a lot of drivers really battling the loose bug. You saw the 9 of Colin Forrester almost lose it. Well, he did lose it. Almost got up into that wall. Was able to save it. So Colin Forrester still battling for that position. I see Brantley Bryant in the Facebook chat saying, I want to say that's Scott Bryant saying, let's go G Unit. The Super Bowl is going to be a good game. Pace lights are out. Patrick Ginter, David Salter going to be in that first and second position, but they are on a little older tires than Logan Rhodes and Jimmy Green. Only about 5-6 laps. I want to say Patrick Ginter about 10 laps less. David Salter about 6. But green. David Salter getting off to a good jump. You see Logan Rhodes getting off to a really good jump behind him. So this is going to be where everything starts coming out to play.
Yeah, this is where we're going to see drivers try to make those final moves. You said the pace lights were out. Well, another light that's out is the patience light. You got to go. We'll see if that 88 is going to be able to keep up. It looks like Patrick Ginter already starting to lose. No, never mind. I thought I saw him getting fake trained on the inside lane, but I think I saw the blue on the front of that Jimmy Green car. I might have thought that was him. But as you see that 6 machine get it down into the corner, man, he's looking like he might still have some tire life under him. We'll see. These guys behind him are battling. That's going to help him out just a little bit here in the long run. As you see the 8 of Scrappy and the 23 of Jimmy Green trying to work their way back up to lead this race. David Salter and the other Full Throttle Motorsports guy, Patrick Ginter, they've got something to say about that. David Salter, though, got a comfortable lead here with these old tires, Chris. Yeah. 6/10, and he still looks like he's got some good pace. 42.91 in the last lap. So Salter could have held on to his tires just enough. We got a wreck. 3 and the 2 around. Oh, 2 hit the one spot of the wall you don't want to hit.
Looks like green flag going to stay out.
Yeah, green will stay out here.
So, yeah, the 2 of Matthew Fitz, really big hit on that inside wall. You saw Josh Carver also get into that. We'll go back and see that here in a minute. Up here in just 1 second, but it looks like Patrick Ginter, Josh, set the fastest time that last lap, 41.22.
Fastest lap on the track. On the track right now, but not the fastest of the session. Yes,
that's what I meant.
All right, you're good. Just wanted to clarify that with the viewers, so they don't think we got a guy out there on old tires sitting fast. We'll go see what happened between the 3 and the 2. Well, it looks like the 2 just got that he had a death wobble there, just on the bottom of the corner, and it looked like it wiggled up, and he got up into the 3. Look at this, Chris. They're starting to come back to David Salter in that 6.
Yeah, it looks like David Salter and Patrick Ginter starting to really have a little bit of issues in that car. You see the 8 of Logan Rhodes and Jimmy Green really starting to push up. Jimmy Green doesn't have a championship to win, but he does have his teammate, a Scrappy, right in front of him that he can push to a win. Whoa,
no, they might have contact.
Whoa, it looks like Logan Rhodes in that 6 maybe made a little bit of contact, but not going to make any contact. Doesn't look like they did. So, woo, that could have been really bad there. Logan Rhodes
I've got to say, man, I'm surprised how well the 6 and the 88's been able to hang on. It looks like the 6 might be falling off a little bit, but he's doing exactly what he wants to do for his teammate, making it hard on him. I know he's probably not looking to help David Salter out any more than he wants to help himself out to get the win, but he's doing an excellent job if you look at it from that perspective on just holding him up. I mean, if he's not going to go get the win, he might possibly help Salter with 18 to go here.
Yeah, right now, though, Scrappy on that
And
inside
he's blocking.
lane still.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Chris, but
No, you're good.
that 6 machine is driving like a number 6 we know. We've used the analogy before, but he's doing a good job. He's looking like Ryan Newman out there, making that car just as wide as he needs to, but it looks like, whoa for a second off the corner. And that's what he needed. He needed that 3 wide. That 23 going to the inside lane sucked a little bit of air off the 8. The 6 going to drive back around as they were going too wide. The 8 had the move there for a second, but the 23 going to the bottom, maybe thinking that the 8 was getting loose and probably spinning. He goes to the bottom to make the pass. And guess what? That's going to suck the 8 up when they go 3 wide like that.
Going to kind of cycle back, look at where everybody's sitting in the field. You see Bradley Wilson sitting in 5th. Stan Mayberry, Colin Forrester right now battling for that position. You see Ed DeBoer. Looks like he's got a little bit of issue in that car, Josh. He is really falling off the pace. We're going to go back on board there. We see Logan Rhodes now on the inside of the 6. Man, Patrick Ginter is not giving up. Whoa, big bump there from Jimmy Green. He almost sent his teammate around.
Man, you are right. Ginter is driving these boys right now. He is making that 8 use as much of his equipment as he can. It looks like he might clear him here, Chris. He is. Does the 6 have anything on the way back, though? We know that those slide jobs can kind of kill your inside run, and you can open up that crossover. It looks like the 6 is going to try to drive it down. No. He's going to take the outside lane. It's going to be 3 wide again here. No, it's not. The 23 going to back off. In the 6 now. So it looks like the 23 almost made a half a lane of move. He didn't, though. Here comes Logan Rhodes back to David Salter. Looks like on corner entry. The 6, he's got a big drive in still. And he is still setting very identical lap times. This is almost turning into a moving chess game, it feels like.
Yeah, as you see right behind them.
There goes the 6 in front of the 23.
See behind them, though, Bradley Wilson, Colin Forrester, and Stan Mayberry still trying to keep on the pace. But look at that. The 8 of Scrappy just tightening up a lot.
Whoa, big move from the 23.
That's going to open up the door for Bradley Wilson. Now Bradley Wilson's starting to show his head up into this.
The one thing I don't understand about the 23's move right there is the corner exit. It's going to now put him into a race with his teammate. Unless he's wanting to go up there and race Logan, or if he was just wanting to dispose of the 6, this now puts them into a situation where if they get too racy, I say that, they're going to file back in line. It looks like they had that already worked out. I was going to say for a second there, the Jimmy Green could have gotten hung on that inside lane, possibly shot himself in the foot. As you see now to the inside goes Patrick Ginter, and he looks like he's still got a good car on that low lane. He's still even with that 23 by a little bit. Looks like they're going to clear him. The 51 should get around to the outside lane here as he's going to use that suck up now from the 23. But you see that 6 of Patrick Ginter now starting to fall off. A valiant effort and the heart of a lion there. Great defense from the 6 of Patrick Ginter right there.
Yeah, David Salter now under attack.
Whoa!
Whoa!
They could have made contact. 88 blocking. 51 going with the 23 here.
That was risky. The 88's trying his best to block. But the 8 of Logan Rhodes, though, he's riding that top lane. Let's see if David Salter is going to get down there on that door panel of the 51. Try to slow him down. Woo, this is getting intense. Laps
Salter to the inside. Salter to the inside. 23's got a big run here. The 8's tightening up. This could be what Salter needs. Back to him. Will the 51 go to the inside lane here? Looks like he's really wanting to stay to that outside. He is pushing Jimmy Green and them. 51's not clear, though.
No, good drive out from the 88, but he's going to tuck back up to that back bumper. Those older tires are starting to show their head. Logan Rhodes just disappeared for a second. 12 laps to go, though. Oh, my goodness. This could come down to the end.
Big drive in from the 88. 3 wide here from the 23 and the 51. That's going to make Bradley Wilson a little bit of the victim there. When you get 3 wide, that middle lane becomes the sketchiest. It looks like they're going to get it evened out, though. Salter could have a run back to the 51 if he gets some help from his teammate here in just a moment.
Yeah, and look behind him, Josh Stan, Mayberry, Colin Forrester starting to slowly creep back into the picture. This could be a really big upset if a couple of these drivers get into each other.
11 to go. 88, big drive in. He had a good corner entry. He might clear. He's going to clear him. What a freaking pass, man.
David Salter on a pass on the inside. Let's see. His teammate's is back there riding that middle lane. He should tuck up to his teammate and push him, but man, big separation there between David Salter and the 51, but 51 trying to block that middle lane. You see the 51 loosening up a little bit.
He's getting tied up the track. He's plowing. Here comes the 6 to the 88. This could be the move they need to try to get both of themselves back clear of the 51. This is going to be a big push. The 88 should be clear with this momentum. He should get a good slide job to the corner, but it looks like the 51 going to get down on that quarter panel. He's going to pinch him 3 wide again here. 88 tightening. They're almost going to make contact. They're still rolling. 10 laps to go, 9.5 down the back straightaway. Here comes David Salter trying to get his way back on the podium.
Oh, a little bit of a looseness there from the 88. He had to back out of it. Big drive in from the 51. David Salter, Patrick Ginter still trying their best to hang on with these little bit of older tires. Now Stan Mayberry really falling off the pace. Now I see he's 3 seconds back. That might be the night for Stan Mayberry, but we don't know. Still 9 laps to go. Anything could happen. Logan Rhodes currently leading. Jimmy Green right behind him. You see the 51 of Bradley Wilson on that back bumper. Whoa, it looks like Patrick Ginter had a little bit of an issue. You see him all the way down there at the bottom of the track. And then David Salter in that 4th spot. If anybody has anything to say for it, it's going to be that 88.
Yeah, but Salter's tires are really starting to come to get him. This is where him and Ginter are going to really start to fall off now.
Whoa, a little bit of a bump. The 88 just got lucky, man. The net code God's giveth. That could have been bad.
Oh, that wasn't net code. They straight hit.
But right now, the 51 of Bradley Wilson trying to hold on to that podium. A driver that got knocked out of the championship in the round of 12. Just trying to come to show that, you know, even though he's out of it, he was last season's Cup champion, so wanting to show that he's still got it in him, you know, being that defending champion. But big drive in there from David Salter.
Oh my goodness.
All over the back bumper of Bradley Wilson.
Didn't him and Salter have contact earlier in the
Phoenix.
season? Yeah, I remember.
It was at Phoenix.
So, hey, you know, these drivers never forget. Like Jimmy Spencer, they never forget.
6 on the inside. Doesn't look like he's going to make it stick. Going to try to tuck back up to that 88. 6 laps to go. This is going to be where if you have any kind of strategy, this is where you need to throw it out. I see over in the Facebook chat, I got Jay Tucker saying, go Logan. Jackie Rhodes saying, Logan, shoo. And then hang in there, Logan. Brenda Thomas. Good to have everybody over on that Facebook chat. Yeah, Scott Bryant saying, yes, they had contact. I was in the pit box for that race. That was the Phoenix race that the 51 and the 88 did have contact, but it looks like Logan Rhodes and Jimmy Green starting to pull off just a little bit, but Bradley Wilson on that inside lane, not letting them go anywhere. 5 laps to go this time by.
5 laps to go. Who will make it back and who will be able to keep their car in one piece here as we've got 3 wide. Salter back around, Chris. Where is these runs coming from? He's not going to give up.
Tighten it up.
They're wrecking. 88 around. Why did it throw the caution so fast?
Oh, that threw a caution real quick. Huh. All right, well, David Salter making contact with the 51 of Bradley Wilson, and then iRacing's being funky tonight.
I mean, that's probably one of the fastest cautions I've seen in a while.
Unless the game saw him really sideways and was like, whoop.
Yeah, it's the only thing I can think about is it saw him sideways on the track and it instantly thought he was probably around or something.
You see him tightening up, though. He gets into the 51. Good save there from Bradley Wilson, though, to keep it straight. Yeah, not really sure. That's kind of weird. All right, well, while we're under caution, we're going to go ahead and go to an NC811 Dig side-by-side, so that way we can go ahead, get the commercial break out of the way, and then we'll be back with the action as soon as we're done.
If recent storms have caused damage to your property, contact 811 before you begin your cleanup. Buried utilities around uprooted trees can make a bad situation worse if those lines are not located before digging. Electric, natural gas, and internet lines are everywhere, and knowing where they are is the safest way to start any digging project. Call North Carolina 811 by dialing 811 or by using single address ticket on NC811.org or the NC811 app.
When do you plan on putting in that new fence we've been talking about since last summer?
I guess I could start tomorrow.
Protect the ones you love and protect your buried utilities by contacting 811 before you dig, either by phone, the web, or the NC811 app. Know what's below before you dig. Visit NC811.org to learn more.
This tree is going to look great here.
Did you call 811 to protect your underground utilities?
I can't wait to see these roses come up.
Dig, dig, dig! Wait, we forgot to call 811.
Before you dig, make sure you can. Call 811 to know what's below. It's up to all of us to protect the ones we love.
All right, and we welcome you back from that NC811 Dig side-by-side. As we were under that side-by-side, we saw Patrick Ginter, Bradley Wilson, David Salter, and Ed DeBoer all come down pit lane. So they're going to have fresher tires than everybody else. So Stan Mayberry, Colin Forrester, Jimmy Green, and Logan Rhodes going to all be out there on older tires. So this is going to be interesting to see how this shakes up the finish of this race. But again, we want to just say from the bottoms of our hearts, I know Josh is on the phone right now. My sister called us, so just from the bottom of the heart, we really do appreciate everybody out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube page. We do appreciate everybody coming out and spending their Sunday nights with Josh and I. Whenever we call these races, we know that after this race, next Sunday will be the final race of the season, and it will also be the final race for the Full Throttle Series. So we're trying to hope this goes out with a really big bang, man. This is going to be a lot of fun. We've got 3 laps to go, so a natural green-white caution. But again, we just want to say big shout out to everybody out there watching on that Facebook, on that YouTube page. We really do appreciate everybody taking their time out of their nights to come out here and hang out with us and listen to me and Josh's annoying commentating, and I'm just kidding, but just listening to us talk and everything. We really do appreciate it, and we couldn't do it without you guys. But green flag is about to come out. Logan Rhodes going to be on that inside lane, 23. Jimmy Green on that outside. Let's see if Colin Forrester or Stan Mayberry has anything to say about this.
Take that left turn as we're going to get ready to go back The green flag racing here in just a moment. And there it is. Green's out. 8. Good restart. Yeah, Colin Forrester going to get up there. We're going to have to watch Patrick Ginter and co, Chris. They've got fresh tires. It looks like Ginter already making a pass.
Yeah, already getting around that 99 of Stan Mayberry. The 51. Whoa, tightening up is the 6. He's going to have to get out of it. That's going to let Ed DeBoer get around him.
Whoa, they're racing up here in the front. Colin. Here comes Colin. White flag this time, Chris, unless we get a caution before they hit the stripe.
Let's see if the 23 and the 8 have anything
White
to say.
flag.
You see the dance going on. The 8 trying to confuse the 9, trying to take a line. The 23 going to push his teammate. Let's see who has the better drive out of the corner.
9's going to be clear, but the 8, they're going to have to come on a crossover here. He tried blocking. Here comes the 23. I think he might have got him, Chris.
See Jimmy Green.
And the 23 driving him into the corner.
23 going to try to slow him up. He does.
Logan Rhodes is going to win. You've got to give that to Jimmy Green if you're the 8.
Logan Rhodes going to take home the Sunset Boulevard 120 by a massive block from the 23 of Jimmy Green, pushing the 9 up the track.
Yeah, I don't think the 9 was happy with that, Chris. Yeah, it doesn't look like... Oh! A little bit of extracurricular activity. Yeah, the 9 was not pleased with that finish right there.
We're going to go back on board and just watch what happened. As you saw the 23, Jimmy Green pushing his teammate up. And then you saw the 8 dive down, and then the 23 just pushing the 9 up the track. Doesn't look like they made any contact. Maybe a little bit of a bump there from the 23. But I don't see any damage on the car. But Logan Rhodes is going to win the race here.
As we're going to get through your post-race results here, Logan Rhodes going to pick up the win. Jimmy Green with his block going to pick up second. Colin Forrester going to finish third. Then it's going to be that 4th position, Bradley Wilson. 5th going to go to Stan Mayberry. 6th to Patrick Ginter. 7th, Ed DeBoer. 8th going to go to David Salter. 9th, Josh Carver. 10th, Casey Collenbach. 11th, Austin Rhodes. 12th going to go to Matthew Fitz. Nick Cannon, 13th. Adam McKinney, 14th. Robbie Bice, 15th, Ryan Swords, 16th, and Jonathan Coombs, 17th.
So this is going to shake everything up going into next week. Logan Rhodes with a massive win. Jimmy Green with a massive block over Colin Forrester. So this is really going to shake everything up going into next week. All right, and we're going to wait for our drivers to get up into the victory circle so that way we can have an interview. So just give us 1 second while we wait. line. It looks like we have all of our drivers ready for an interview, so we'll go ahead and get them pulled up into the booth.
All right, we're going to go ahead and bring up your winner, Colin Forrester. Have a word with not Logan Rhodes. My fault. I was looking at Colin Forrester after the adversity, and I don't know why I said that, but we're going to go ahead and bring up your winner, Logan Rhodes. Have a word with him. Logan Rhodes, Chris and Josh up here in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
I got you, boys. How's it going?
Going fantastic, man. Got to say, you looked excellent tonight, and with a teammate like that behind you, man, I got to say, that's one of those you got to turn around, give him the thumbs up. That was a solid finish from you tonight, Logan. Finishing up here in that first position as we're getting ready to close out our, our full throttle league here. But man, you're still swinging, you're still going heavy, and you picked up P1 here tonight with a little bit crazy exit right there to the race. That was fun to see. I know you're not involved in it, so hey, nothing to worry about on that 8 machine. But the teammate doing a great job for you there, being a great teammate, and hey, you got yourself into first here tonight, Logan.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. Yeah, I can't thank all the guys at Rev enough. We put a lot of work into this one. I hate to say that that's the way it ended up at the end there, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't really see what happened. I had my eyes out the front. I wasn't checking the rear view at that point.
Oh yeah, we know, man. That was one of those things that out of your control. But hey, we're gonna talk about what was in control for you, man. That race car seemed like it was just wicked fast tonight. Coming up early, you seemed like you and Jimmy just had the cars. I mean, we saw Jimmy and you dicing your way to the field on the initial start. We saw a couple cautions there early, but once you guys got settled in, it seemed like really the Rev guys were very solid. We even saw Ed up there early, Josh as well, until they both got involved in their little bit of incidents. But other than that, Logan, I mean, I got to say, you and the team all looked very solid tonight and had a very solid setup going into the race.
Yeah, it felt real good in practice, but I'm going to be honest with you, about the first 30, 40 laps, I felt like I was on ice skates. We come in, made a little tire pressure change. I changed my lineup a little bit, started running the top a little bit more, and I started generating some speed. And we got trapped a lap down there at one point, and Jimmy made a hell of a call at 75 and said, let's bring it in. And we brought it in, and when the next cycle come back around, we caught that caution, put us in the lead. And then I racing threw a black flag on me for passing the pace car. I was stopped on the apron. I don't know what that was about. But wow, that was a wild one.
Wild one indeed, man. We were talking about before the night how Auto Club, this package, Auto Club in general can produce racing like that. And then seeing this package at a track like that, it was an awesome show, man. And I got to say, you guys put on one hell of a show up there. All the guys up there battling for the lead all throughout the night was just excellent. If it was, you and Jimmy trying to, battle right there for the lead with Colin, or if it was, coming to 20 to go with Patrick and David Salter. That was a great race too as well. We saw you guys switching back and forth. We saw some leaning, we saw some beating, we saw some banging, and overall, I think we saw a great race, Logan. And I got to say again, man, congratulations on winning one hell of a race here tonight. Anybody could have swung that victory lane, I feel like, tonight with the way the momentum was starting to roll. But there at the end, it seemed like you guys had the right adjustments or whatever it may be, and you put that car in the victory lane tonight. So again, congratulations, man. And if you've got any final words, thoughts, or shout-outs, you're more than welcome to go ahead and throw them out there. We'll let you get on your way.
Yeah, first and foremost, we always thank God gives us the opportunity to do this each and every day. I got to thank all my teammates at Rev. I'm too tore up right now to name you all by name, but big shout out to the Chief, him and Mr. Jim. He spotted for me tonight. That was big. Got to thank all my fans out there been watching. I know I've had a little bit of a crowd here lately. But my girlfriend Ashley, my mom, my dad, my nana, my uncle, my granny, my aunt, my brother-in-laws, everybody has just been supporting me, and it's been amazing. I want to thank 811 Dig, Call Before You Dig, thank Robbie and the guys at Full Throttle, Cook's Lawn Care. Wow, this is just thank you guys. Yeah, Major Setup Shop, and I want to thank you guys for putting on a hell of a show as always.
Thank you, Logan, man. Well, hey, we got to appreciate you. It's been good to have you up here, in the booth so much this season. You've had one hell of a season so far. We know we got one more round left. So
one more.
Logan, congratulations on tonight, man, and hopefully you can go prove yourself next week.
Thank you, buddy. We got one more. Let's go get them.
Yes, sir. Well, again, congratulations, man, and hey, enjoy the start of your week here going into Monday, and hopefully we'll be having this same talk with you next Sunday.
Yes, sir. Y'all do the same. Good night.
All right, good night, man. Have a good week.
Y'all too.
All right, and that was Logan Rhodes. Going to go ahead and bring up Jimmy Green, have an interview with our second place. Jimmy Green, Chris and Josh up here in the booth. You got a copy, sir?
Yes, I do, boys. How y'all doing?
Doing fantastic, man. And I got to say that was a finish right there. You know, you boys were all getting out there racing hard. We saw some very excellent racing from the green flag dropping. You know, granted we did have a couple cautions early, but after that, it seemed like once y'all got the ball rolling, I got to say, man, the Rev guys looked very solid. You know, we saw Carver, we saw Ed up there as well with you and Logan, and then on top of that, we also got to see some great battling between you, Salter. You know, Patrick Ginter was giving you guys a great run right there. That was awesome to see y'all four drivers swapping positions there with like 20 to go. Then we saw the caution pop, and we saw a great finish. I mean, you went out there and did absolutely what you would expect a teammate to do from, you know, a teammate's perspective. But, you know, we see a little bit of a tempers flare with it. Other than that, great race, man. And Jimmy, congratulations on that P2 here tonight.
Thank you, boys. Yeah, I was Scrappy's wingman pretty much all night, and I wasn't going to leave him. I realized there's a couple upset people there at the end, but truth be told, we raced that way all season. I mean, me and Colin beat and bang. I think it was like a .008 finish at one of the tracks. I mean, that's just hard racing. I know they're in the playoffs. Man, I'm here to win too. So I ain't gonna back down from nobody. I'm out there to have fun, race hard. We put in a ton of work on these setups every week. The guys do an outstanding job, and I wish Ed could have got up here a little bit higher tonight. He had a great car too. Just kind of some incidents I think back here in the back got him. So, but man, it was a great night tonight for Rev.
Yeah, it seemed like you guys all had very, very fast race cars, whether it be in the short term, long run speed. Either way, it seemed like y'all were firing off on the initial starts on fresh tires good, and even in the longer run, those cars were still so solid. And I got to say, Jimmy, it's looked so great seeing the you know, the Rev guys show the speed here later on in this season. We know we've only got one more round next week, so going into next week, you know, we've got four drivers that are going to be battling for it. We know you're still going to be out there trying to battle for the win of the race as well. So, you know, Jimmy, I got to say again, congratulations tonight, man. Second place here at Auto Club. We know with this package, with these cars and how they race and the package of this track, I mean, it can produce some great racing. And you guys definitely put on one hell of a show. I got to say, that's probably one of the most fun Auto Club races we've gotten to watch in a while.
Man, I loved it. We got work to do this week to get ready for next weekend and hopefully get one of our two guys a championship. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to work probably tomorrow morning. Or not tomorrow morning, but tomorrow afternoon.
Yes, sir. Well, hey, man, congratulations tonight on the second place. And Jimmy, before we let you get out of here, man, if you've got any final thoughts, words, shout outs, anything, you can go ahead and plug those. And hey, we'll let you get back on your way and get you guys set up for, you know, next week.
I just got to thank my Rev boys, man. They put in the work every week. I got to thank my dad, even though he wasn't spotting for me tonight. He was over there helping Scrappy Do out. But he's here every week with us, too. So just proud of my guys. And thank you guys for everything you all do.
Thank you, Jimmy. Well, hey, man, it's been fun watching you here tonight at Auto Club. We'll be seeing the Rev guys roll into next week, and hopefully we'll be having these same words with some of y'all. Hopefully one of y'all is a champion, and hey, congratulations on tonight, man, and we'll be seeing y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night.
You too. Have a good week, buddy. And that was Jimmy Green. I almost moved myself out of here because he moved himself. So going to go ahead and grab Colin Forrester, our third and final interview of the night, and hear what he's got to say. Colin Forrester, Chris, and Josh up here in the booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, you do.
Man, oh, man. Well, we saw how it came all falling short right there on the last lap. But other than that, Colin, man, I got to say, it was a great race. You sat on the pole here. You were running very solid. And right there at the end, it seemed like it was all about who was going to help who. You didn't get the helper, you know, really even the run you maybe thought you were going to get through turn two, you know, with the side-by-side action there. But, you know, hey, we know how it is. We saw a little bit of frustration come out when, you know, we expect those things, you know, from some playoff drivers. But, hey, you know, other than that, man, good hard racing. Don't let that demotivate you. That was one hell of a show, man. And, hey, we hope you're not too down after that. I know that was kind of a frustrating ending there, but I got to say, man, still a solid race car from the number 9 and a really solid race from you tonight. Granted, what happened there towards the end.
Yeah, thank you. Just frustrating, but I watched his interview. We do race like that pretty often, like the Texas finish. We bang doors a little bit there, but it's definitely super frustrating, non-playoff guy. It didn't look like he turned into the corner, but I'll have to watch it again. But just frustrating to have a chance of the win taken away. But he was going for the win too, and I understand that. But definitely frustrating. Like I've said like 5 times. Just look forward to Richmond next week. Hopefully I can get it done there. I don't know if the points are right or not because I think they have me and Stoney switched right now, or Stan switched right now. Because look, I finished 2 spots behind Logan, but I don't know, they might be right. But I'm just gonna go out there and try my hardest to win Richmond, and that's all I can do. If it works, it works. Doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah, man. We know, after a race like tonight, you got to just look forward, try to brush all that off of you. So it's going to be, the final race here of the season next week at Richmond. We know a lot of people, a lot of adversity, a lot of things going through on the season. They want to get the best finish they can. I'm pretty sure you're looking for that same thing. You've got a lot more to fight for than some of the guys that are going to be out there. So, Colin, it's going to be one of those races that we're excited to watch. It's going to be a little bit of a heartbreaker, but at the same time, it's going to be fun to watch you boys get out there, duke it out at Richmond. But hey, Colin, if you've got any final words, thoughts, shout outs, anything that you want to let go before we get you out of here tonight, buddy, you're more than welcome to come out there.
Yeah.
And sorry.
You
can go ahead.
I thought you were stopping.
Oh no, you know what I'm gonna say.
All right, thank you. I just want to shout out to everyone in the league for having me. Obviously we got our final race next week. Hopefully we can put on a good show. Probably be most hyped up race of the season for sure. Especially a lot of controversy from this race, but just looking forward to it. Hopefully I can get the win. Also as well, shout out to everyone on Team Spark Unicorn for helping me with the setup. It was pretty solid, I would say. Definitely loose and then tight, but just super good setup, especially for short run, definitely. And just shout out to you guys for doing the broadcast the whole season. Like I said, last race next week, and hopefully we can put on a good show for y'all.
Yes, sir. We're very excited for that. And man, we got to say again, thank you for joining us up here in the booth, Colin. And hey, buddy, congratulations on third. Know you wanted a little bit more tonight, but good luck going into Richmond, and hopefully we'll be having a word with you up in the booth next week.
All right, thank you, man. Hopefully.
All right, have a good night, man. Enjoy the rest.
You too, sir. You too.
Man, I feel so old when people call me sir. Even though I call everybody else sometimes older than me sir, when it's said the way back to you, it makes you feel old, But man, just got to say a big congratulations to our podium finishers here tonight. We saw an excellent race here. Towards the end, those boys really cranked up the intensity. We saw a little bit of beating, a little bit of banging, but I think it had to have happened with the two drivers that probably aren't going to get the maddest at each other. I mean, that's something you really don't see is, that aggressiveness or attitude come out of Colin Forrester, and you saw that tonight. It kind of came out. He got a little bit heated after the race, had a little bit of action, a little bit of contact, but other than that, they kept it under. I'm pretty sure if you could throw virtual fist on iRace and they would have been out there on pit road fighting. But hey, other than that, man, great race, fun show, and I cannot wait to go into Richmond next week, Chris. I'm sure you probably feel the same way about tonight.
Yeah, tonight was definitely one of those races that really, I knew that coming into Auto Club it was going to definitely be a lot of fun, but I did not know it was going to be that much fun. That was definitely a lot of crazy racing. I do love the next gen package that they have here now. That is going to be a lot of fun to race with. I cannot wait to get out on Auto Club with that package, but just want to give
Richmond.
No, on Auto Club. But I'm saying next week at Richmond, though, is going to be a lot of fun to see how this package works out.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misheard you. My fault.
Yeah. Anyway, but just, I'm going to give a big shout out to everybody out there on that Facebook, on that YouTube page. I want to say, like I was saying earlier, we really do appreciate everybody that takes their time out of their nights to sit here with us on Sunday night and have a lot of fun and watch some really awesome racing from these Full Throttle boys. But going into next week at Richmond, this is going to be where it all ends. And like Josh said, it's going to be tugging on my heartstrings knowing that that's going to be the last race. But hey, I cannot wait to see how it ends. But just again, a big shout out to everybody out there on the Facebook, on the YouTube page. Big shout out to NC811 Dig for coming on board and allowing us to be able to do this. Big shout out to Major Setup Shop. Big shout out to Cook's Lawn Care. And also a big shout out to everybody in the Full Throttle League, Robbie Bice, and everybody in the background that allow us to do this. Could not do it without them. Can't wait till next week at Richmond.
And I got to say about the same, Chris. Well, if you're on that YouTube page, make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you know when we go live next week. If you're on Facebook, hit that like button. Share us out to all your racing friends. Let them know about the championship race we've got going on next week. But other than that, that's going to be all she wrote for tonight up here in the booth from me and Chris saying good night, thank you. We will see you for the championship race and the season finale of Full Throttle at Richmond next Sunday.